spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of AAC squads. As we'll see, the UTSA Roadrunners taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Roadrunners offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that.
Finds the tight end. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. And the Roadrunners pick up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The Roadrunners are on the move.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He's going to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. He's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Rodriguez. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Fires to the big fella. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Fast motion from the offense. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
7, UTSA 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Wants to throw on third. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Number 84.
And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A first down for the offense. The give to the tailback. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. Complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Roadrunners have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Number 25.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Roadrunners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Florida Atlantic races to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
The play action fake. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
It's caught downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Grabs it in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion.
And first down for the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He gets a block. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. Listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
And the Roadrunners have moved it inside the 20. They'll leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to run for it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Gets it out quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on second. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offensive's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Got a man. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got him in the flat. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And now on second down for this offense.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Trying to find his man on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they